Hello guys, so I wanted to come on here to do my inspirational video. This is the subject that I'm going to be talking about is like something that I think about like a whole lot. More so since my mom passed away. You know I talk about my mom like all the time, which she was my best friend, so like she'll never die. Like, you know, she may be dead physically, but like, you know, she's still here with me in my heart and stuff. So of course I'll always talk about her. But anyways, it's funny how when you miss somebody that you love and things like different things will open your heart and your eyes to things that you don't understand, and then it's crazy how just things works out. And I'm not explaining it too well either, but for the past, I'd say month, I guess, since all this crappy weather's been going on and stuff, I've been having a real hard time about, you know, my mom and stuff. I think what it is when I sit here and there's nothing hardly to do, since of course when it snows you can't really do much. But like if I'm out and about, or like when Justin's home with me, or even my kids are with me, or if, like if I can go outside and stuff and like do things, I'm fine. But if I'm sitting and things starts getting on my mind, and I think that's like what's put me like in like sort of like a depression, but not really. I'm the top. I hold things in, and I just carry myself. Normally, sometimes when I'm small and like deep down inside, I'm still like missing my mama so bad that I can't hardly stand it. But anyways, this is something that touched my heart whenever I first thought about this. And whenever you do lose someone, you look at things in a complete different way. So, the title is Life is Like a Flower. Life is like a flower, it blooms and fades away. And make sure this is going, yeah. Okay. A few years after I had lost my mom, it was on a spring day. I had planted some flowers. Every morning, as I would look at the pretty flowers, I began thinking how life is like a flower. It blooms and fades away. I've always liked planting marigolds because they are so easy to take care of, and they bloom all summer long. This type of flower can withstand the heat and direct sunlight. Even in the heat, the flowers still stand so pretty, as long as you have water. If the flower doesn't have plenty of water, the flowers began to wither and began to fade away. Then when you give them water, the flowers begins to stand tall and shines its beauty. If you think about it, life is like a flower. Life can throw you so many different punches. Sometimes we feel like we are in a drought with no water. During that time, you're either going to bear the heat and hold on with all of your might, or you will surely wither. Knowing that God's rain will begin to fall, and He will quench our thirsty soul, then the flowers in our life will begin to bloom again. That year, I was going through a hard time, and I will never forget how that flower kind of died down and slowly began to grow back and bloom. The flower brought hope into my life. Sometimes that is God's way of speaking to us in the little things. We just have to be willing to open our hearts and minds where He can speak to us. I think that's one reason I love springtime so much. New flowers, new blooms, and new beginnings. New life, and of course, I'm a spring baby. Life is like a flower. It blooms and fades away. When you lose the ones that you love, you look at life a whole new way. We are here for only a short while. Then we fade away. If you are saved and you die, your soul will be at peace when you make it to heaven. You will bloom into that beautiful flower. Then you will never fade away. I just look at things that way from time to time. I guess I have a wandering mind, but it's all God. Those little moments send me peace. I'm thankful how God used that little flower and its blooms to give me hope and peace. If any of you are going through a hard time, just remember, life is like a flower. It blooms and fades away. Love the ones you love. Hold them close to your hearts, because none of us is promised tomorrow. You know, that right there alone is enough just to make your heart smile. I mean, y'all just like, if y'all have a flower garden, and like, if you have like the type of flowers that like dies and then comes back every year, I mean, if you think about that, and like, I don't know, if you just put your mind to that and like try to look on it in another view, it will touch your heart, I promise. It's just amazing how things work like that. And this week when I thought about it, it kindly sent me peace, because I've just been in a weird mood about missing her so much. And I'm going to tell you another little thing that happened too. But before I get into that, that's, the flower spoke to me. And then also like how the seasons change, that speaks to me every year. Like, you know how it's summer, and then summer, then fall, then winter, then spring. Like, you know, that is so much how our life is. You know, we could be up in the mountain, like, and then we could just go down and like, you know, like be in a desert and something. Like, in your life just feels like void and emptiness. But like, that's not how it's always going to be. We go through those things for a reason, and at the moment you may not think that it is, but that's just, I guess that's just how God molds us and makes us who we are. And Lord knows that since she's passed away, it's been awful. I mean, I can't explain it to you. And it's funny though, because today, like, you know, like I've said, I've been missing her bad for some darn reason. Normally when it's close to mine and her birthday, like in April, that's when I think about her. And I sat down here on the piano, that's where I'm at now, but I started writing this song, and it's talking about on my birthday. I often wonder how she felt when she held me and how happy she was. And then like in the chorus, it's going to be talking about how when I cried, she would wipe my tears away, and when I fall, she would, you know, catch me and stuff. But it's not just talking about when I was little, it's talking about now that I'm grown, and that even though she's gone, like, she carried me in her womb, and like my heart beating like along with her, so she's still with me. And I know that probably don't make sense, but it does to me. But you know, little things like that God does for us, even at times when we don't even deserve it, it's just amazing. And I'm really thankful that God sends us peace like that, because we all need it. And if anybody's going through a hard time in their life, whether it's losing a loved one, or, you know, financially not having money, or, you know, having trouble with their kids, or, you know, whatever it might be, just remember that's just part of the season. And that's like a flower in life. You know, they come up pretty and then they die down, but then they come back again. Which most of, like, all flowers I don't think do that, but there's still seeds that's from that flower. So they're all, you know, all the time blooming. And that's just something that really bared to my mind. And I went to church, I think it was Wednesday, and this lady that sung with my mom in church years and years ago, like they were best friends, well, she had, like, kept telling me whenever I come back to that church, because normally I've been going to one closer here where I live, because it's, the church that I normally go to is like an hour drive, but the one that I go to now is like, you know, like 15 minutes. But anyways, she kept messaging me, and she's like, I have you a present whenever you come back, you know, but to let her know where she can bring it. Well, we decided to go to church Wednesday. And Wednesday, that day, I was just so sad. And I miss my mom, like, so much. And it was just, I can't explain it, and it's hard for me to talk about it. But anyways, so I got there, and she had it wrapped up and everything. And I says, well, I'm just going to go ahead and open it out here. We were standing outside, and I opened it up, and guess what it was? So let me tell you, this is how God works, and this is how God sends you peace. So I opened it up, and it was this. It's a picture frame. I don't know if y'all can see this. It says, live simply, laugh often, and love much. So my mom, that's my mom right there sitting in church. And then this picture here in the middle is my mom. And then that's Tammy that used to sing with my mom. And that's my aunt right there. That was my dad's sister. And then, like, let's see. Like right here, that's my mom. And this was in church, and that was her car at the time. And then this is Katie, my oldest little girl, which was like, I think 1 at the time. Or yeah, I think she was 1 there. And then right here is Caitlin and Gracie, which she saw those 2 born. And it's just something special that somebody would think to put this together for you, and not even knowing that you're having a hard time. And just me getting this, it was like God sending me a relief, like, you know, look, she's still here with you. And I don't know, that just really touched my heart of her giving me this. And it's something that I will cherish forever. So basically, and I don't even know why I'm tearing up, but if y'all have family or somebody that you love, hang on to them, because, you know, none of us are promised tomorrow. Always tell them that you love them, because, you know, life's short. Guys, I'm 27. I'll be 28 in April. But my parents died young. I never in my life ever thought about that. That never come across my mind, you know. I was 20, I think. Yeah, I was 20 whenever she passed away. That was the time that I needed her the most. I was blooming into an adult. You know, I had my first kid, had a husband, and you need your mom to call whenever, you know, your kids are sick. I didn't have that. But you know what? I made it through it. I don't know. That's just crap like that gets on my mind, and little things like that the Lord gives me strength through. So I just want to encourage every one of you on here, just please, you know, if you have a hardship with a family member, try to make it right, because, guys, one day they're not going to be here, and you can't just run up to them and give them a hug. Like, now you can if they're here, but if they're not, you can't go to them and talk to them. You can't, you know, do things with them. You can't go shopping with them. Please do that, because, I mean, once they're gone, they're gone. But anyways, that's just a real cute picture of Katie and Gracie right there. I love that. I don't know. That's just how I felt today, and I just felt like sharing it. And another thing, I wanted to come on here and to tell everybody how much I appreciate y'all. I really do. Y'all are some awesome people, and y'all make my day. I love watching y'all's videos and making me laugh. And like Miss Kathy, oh Lord Jesus, she cracks me up, and that girl just makes my heart smile. I'm thankful for Kathy too. She's just, and that's no guts, no glory, by the way. She's something. And I mean, like, I just love her to death. I love all of you guys. And just little things that y'all do just makes my day. And I can't wait. Like, one day I hope all of us get like a convention center or something to meet. Like, seriously, because wouldn't that be awesome? Oh my Lord, what would we do with ourselves? Like, seriously. But I'm planning on meeting up with Mandy and Kiera this coming weekend. Not this weekend, but next. So she had planned on coming down, like, to I think Florida or somewhere. I don't know where she's going. But anyways, so she decided to all of us to get together and, you know, hang out for the weekend. So woohoo, that's exciting. I'll never forget it, because I had subscribed to her channel like a long time ago, and I come on there and I'm like, hey, I'm your first subscriber. I'm like, woohoo, and like, I'll never forget that. And ever since, you know, that I had watched her videos, she's very cool, and she's very unique. I just like that about her. She makes me laugh, and how she does the Miss Cotton Candy thing, it cracks me up. She's a very, very nice person. And we had talked yesterday for the first time on the phone ever. Like, seriously. I've only talked to her, like, backwards and forth on Facebook and, like, instant messaging on through YouTube. And, but, guys, I'm telling you, that lady, like, she called me. Well, at the time, my kids were out of school, so I was doing this and doing that. I couldn't answer the phone, and I didn't really recognize the number, so I'm like, well, So she messaged me and she's like, hey, can you talk? I'm like, well, I'll call you back. Well, I didn't get to call her back until like, I think it was like a little bit later on in that day. Well, I called her and we just picked up like we have known each other forever. And that's one thing that I love about all of you all, that, you know, that's real dear to me, and that we talk sometimes on a regular basis. I mean, y'all are really God sent. And I love each and every one of you all. But I can't wait for that. And we'll probably be putting up videos of that soon. So be on the lookout for that. And that's something that we really need to think about. Like if we can like save money or something one year. Like, guys, I'm serious. Save up money and maybe we can like travel and go to like one big like convention center or something, and all of us meet that can make it there. That'd be cool. And maybe we can like raid up their nearest Dollar Tree and like be going in there like some mad women and men, whoever, like John Hughes. I know he's on my channel and he does Dollar Tree hauls. So we could just all pile up in there and go and be like, woohoo, here we come. The Dollar Tree gang. But anyways, guys, I know that's kind of personal what I share with you all, but I just share things that's on my heart from time to time, and it's good getting stuff like that off your chest. And I know that, you know, me losing my mom and stuff at a young age, and there's other people, like, people on here that's going through a hard time because their mom's either passing away or they don't have a mom. Maybe I can send encouragement to others and be like, you know, that God's still there with you through all the situations in life that we go through. We don't understand them, of course. That's one thing. For the longest, it was hard for me to understand why my mom had to die. Like, every day I'd get up and like, basically I'd question God why. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I did. I didn't understand it. And I had so much anger and hurt, not toward God, but I just had it in my heart because I didn't understand it. And about, I guess it was 7 years whenever 5 to 7 years. No, it was 5 because she'll be dead 8. 5 years that I fully, completely had to release her and just like, you know, realize that she's gone and that she was never coming back. And I just got sidetracked. But yeah, I just had to let it go, and like, I didn't ever understand why. And then one day I was at the piano here, and I was like singing and playing and stuff. And like, God gave me a song, and it's like, we don't like, bits and pieces of the songs, like talking about how we don't understand. And then like the whole time that I was playing, it was like God was telling me things in life isn't for us to understand, but God understands. And once I realized that, and realized it's not for us to understand, but He understands even when we don't. And like, whenever we make it to heaven, we can talk, like, He'll tell us why things had to happen and why they turned out that way. But I'm thankful for His blessings that He gives me. I'm thankful for my kids. You know, today, whenever I had took me and Isaiah to eat Chinese food, and he was just sitting with me, and I got to thinking, like, you know, I talk about, oh my God, I can't wait till all my kids are in school, but you know, I will miss them. And like Isaiah, he started talking to me. I'm like, Isaiah, I said, do you miss Caitlin and Gracie and Justice? He's like, yeah, I miss them. And I says, well, you'll be there. I can send him this year or next year. I'll probably wait till next year because he'll be 5 then. I said, well, you're excited about school, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, are you going to miss Mommy? And he said, yes, a whole bunch. I said, I'll miss you too, buddy. But anyways, I'm thankful for my kids and my family, because my husband and my kids, they have been the people that really has helped me, you know, to get through everything. It's just amazing how the good Lord gives us things in our life when we need them. And I am beyond gracious and thankful for my kids. My kids are my life, okay? Love them to pieces. But anyways, guys, I know this is a kind of long video and I rambled a little bit, but I hope y'all are having a blessed day. And remember, if you are going through a trial and you don't understand, just remember it's not part of our plan, but it's part of His plans. And we just have to lean on the Lord. Even when we fall, we got to get back up and just keep trekking on, because you know what? We're not promised tomorrow. We just got to live for today. And I always say, take one day at a time. live minute by minute, second by second. Whatever you got to do to get through the day, do it and trust in God, because He is our only true hope and peace. So with that being said, until next week, I will come back to you all with another inspirational video. And it's just going to be whatever's on my mind that week. So I love you guys. And again, thank y'all for supporting my channel. Thank y'all for giving me encouragement from time to time. And I'm really gracious and thankful for that. And I just enjoy having a good time. Sometimes it's serious stuff like this. And then sometimes it's just all craziness. I do love craziness too. So that's just part of being me, I guess. I like having a good time and laughing and cracking up and all that good stuff. But anyways, guys, love you guys, and I hope this touched y'all's life somewhat. And just comment below and leave me a message if you want to. If not, just thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.